Hello guys, I am Nudo the Second and today we are here for something that should be a lot of fun as going to be doing is actually something that I would like to call the Ultimate League Eliminator, but it's not exactly the first time that I've done this, but it's going to work in a very different way that I did in the last time. As the last time I did this was like around season 13 and yeah, so that was a very long time ago, but this time around what I want to do is something that kind of looks like a rallycross event, but obviously it's not going to be done with rally cars or rallycross tracks. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the UL grid from the current season, season 20, and they're going to be driving at the North Plano circuit, which will be the next track in Ultimate League in this Sunday at the time that I'm recording this, basically. And yeah, so let me just explain how will this thing work. So this is how things will work. First, we're gonna have four qualifying rounds, and in each round, the drivers will be separated into four heats of five cars. So because we're gonna have 20 drivers, it's the 18 drivers from the current season plus two guest drivers, which I put Serge and Dogamer. And then what's going to happen is that they're going to be racing against each other on their hits, free laps races basically. But what will matter is not exactly to finish in a higher position. What's going to matter is their race time. Is to finish. So basically, they need to finish the race as fast as possible, because then their race time will be compared not just to the drivers on their own hit, but also to the drivers from the other hits as well. And they're going to be put in this ranking, and that's going to give them their overall position for that qualifying round. And yeah, so we're going to be doing this four times, and with that, after each qualifying round, depending on where they finish in this table, they're gonna gain points, which will and the point system will be the same as essentially the UL the point system, but it's adapted to 20 drivers instead of just 18. And at the end, we're then gonna have the semi-finals, which the top 12 with the biggest amount of points will then qualify. And obviously, if you start first, we're gonna be starting on pole position in one of the semi-final hits, the same with second place. And then it's like the lower you finish, the more at the back you're gonna be starting in your semi-final hit. And yeah, and from there on, it's very simple. Essentially, in the semi-finals, it's two hits of six cars, and then the top three will then qualify into the final. And then, with just six drivers left, we have the final race. And again, then on that single race, we're going to be determining the winner of this event. So let's see then. Maybe it's going to be a little bit confusing, but hopefully with time, as I do this, you guys will eventually got on and be able to understand. So yeah, without any further, let's get ourselves into the first hit. Okay, so here's the first heat, which will be Fatmi, then starting on pole position with Kader, second, and it is Vituko, then we got one of our guest drivers, Sedge, with the commentator's car, and then you got Albono, then starting at the back here. So here you go then with this first free lap race. Alright then, so the drivers are ready, and here we go then, the first hit of this event starts right now as we see then Kader already trying to go up the inside there, we cannot do it there. It was very close to overtake Fatmi there, that was a very close call. And then you got then Vituko, then Inferno, trying to give pressure to Kader, while Fatmi now just looking to get away. So not exactly a good start off the gate for Fatmi, but then he managed to now compensate and he's already creating a gap. And then we see here Albono putting Setch under pressure there, same with Vituko on Kader. As we see then, yeah, you see Kader looking a little bit slow as everyone else seems to be starting to catch them, which is very interesting. Here you go then, we got Pituko right now still in third place. And this will be the main thing, is that overtaking is not exactly all that easy. So they need to time their overtakes pretty well. As you see here, Albono getting very close to pass Sedge there. And yeah, then we see Sedge with a little mistake. As yeah, so far no overtaking has happened. Fatmi continues to get away. In the end, what will matter is the race time. So yeah, they need to finish this race as fast as possible. So the less that they battle, the better might be for them. They might all qualify pretty well in this qualifying round. So yeah, that's the interesting part about this system is that you could, for instance, finish last in your heat, but still have a good classification. And the same also applies like vice versa, where you could be first, but not have a good classification in the qualifying round. But as you can see here, we got Tenkada now getting closer to Fatmi on this final lap. As we see, we'll try to go up the inside, but that didn't exactly work. You see then, yeah, Fatmi still keeping the position. Albono trying to also pass. As you see now, Kader up the inside there, and I think he's gonna take the lead. So good move there from the Colombian. Now Fatmi is gonna try and pass him back, but I don't think he can do much there. As we see, maybe Alonso on the final third. No, so Kader, right on the final lap, he managed to take the lead. And Albono also managed to get past Sergio on the final lap. So yeah, here we go then. So Kader takes about 13 second and 0.88. So yeah, that's it then for this first heat. Okay, so here we go then for the second heat. We got Hernandi followed in by Corvi, then we got Chiruni, Skibidi, then Hover in the second heat. So let's get ourselves into the race. Alright then, here we go then. As the lights go out, as we see then Hernandi starting at the front Corvi with a good start there, but just not able to slot in ahead of Hernandi. As we see then now Skibidi and the pressure there from Robert right now in the battle for the P4 here. You see so far not exactly a fast start. As we see then now Robert just trying to get past the Mayhem Racing driver there. But as you can see, Skibidi goes defensive. Robert really applying the pressure there, but just not possible to pass him. But as you can see, that could be a good chance though. That turn usually it's good. But as you can see, yeah, just not able. Now Corey though will try to overtake Nandi here as he goes to the penultimate turn. Sometimes it can work well, but it can go disastrously there as well. So it is a double-edged sword there. As we see now, Gironi just trying to get up the inside there, but just not close enough. Now we see him applying some of that pressure to Corvid. You see now Gironi going defensive now. This could give an opening for Skibidi. He goes maybe up the inside now around the outside, just not able to make the move. As we see now, Nani just getting away, Corvid and the others just very bunched up here. You see now Gironi trying to go around the outside. Could this be an amazing move? Ooh, no, just very close, but just not close enough here. Once again overtaking, it's not going to be easy. But as we see now, Skibidi is going to try and make a move there. It's not possible again. Because now we get ourselves into the final lap. Nandi really just gaining away into the distance. Looking very, very fast, trying to beat Phantomy's race time. Well, the others, I don't know if they're going to be on good times here. As we see then Skibidi now trying to overtake Shiruni. But again, doesn't seem to be a possibility here. So yeah, we might just have 0 overtakes on the second heat. As we see right now, Shiruni right behind Corvid, trying to find a way past Robert as well. He goes up the inside there. Can he make the move? Yes, he can. So Robert made the move on Skibidi. Now it's Shiruni now just trying to overtake Corvid, but Corvid will hold on to second place there. As you see then, a very fast time for Hernandi there, the 2.12, so that's going to be then the new time to beat, as he's definitely going to be jumping towards the front. So yeah, that's it then for this second heat, and Corvid second, Gironi third, and we got Hobart and Skibidi. So here we go then, third heat of this first qualifying round, and it is then Figueroa starting at the front with then Johnny Fu alongside, and we got Matimar ahead of Toe Gamer, and then it is Mason then running up this grid. So let's get ourselves then into this third heat. So here we go then, as the lights now go out, and as we see, it seems like a good start here from Figo off the gate, but who is gonna cut the corner there, which will slow him down. And as you can see, he's forced to go defensive there. Johnny Fu might try to apply some of that pressure there. And we see then Matimar in second place. Then you got Dogamer and Mason right now trying to overtake Dogamer there. And so far, everyone who started in last place did not finish in last. So that's a little Interesting statistic as we see right now. Matimar is trying to overtake Johnny Fu here. Maybe around the outside. No, not possible as we see now. Though Gamer having to defend against the FGR driver there. But so far the order stays the same. So it is then Figo leading the way from Johnny Fu second, then Matimar third. Then it's Stu Gamer and Mason right now. Once again, now he seems to be the one closer to make an overtake. Once again, this might be like the other two hits where we only saw overtakes on the final lap. But yeah, once again, as you can see, it's not easy to overtake, and I think on this first qualifying hits, it's definitely going to be a little bit harder as the drivers are already sort of sorted by their skill, let's say. But now as we see then Matimar, he goes up the inside and now he takes second place. So nice move there from the Polish driver. He's looking very fast right now. He's trying to catch Figo. And this could either be Matimar being fast or Figueira being slow, and this will matter because of, you know, the way that this works. As we see now Matimar trying to go up the inside. That was very close there. Look at him really just flying. Johnny Fu looks a little bit slow right now. In the meantime, looks like Tom Gamer managed to get away from Mason. But yeah, Figo not looking all that fast. Let's see what will the race time be. The time to beat will be a 2:12. As we see right now, Matimar once again up the insider on the exact same turn. And he takes the lead then. From third place, he's going to be looking to win in this heat. As we see then, yeah, Matimar will then be taking first. Figo holds down into second place. He had some issues there, that is for sure. Then it's Stu Gamer there, followed then by Mason. But yeah, Matimar then wins with a time of 2:13.83. So yeah, let's see then how will the final heat then be for this first qualifying round. Here we go then, final heat of this first qualifying round. So we got then Charge GT starting at the front, then we got Flix, then it is F1 Fan, then you got Kola, and then Banner running up the grid here. So here we go then to heat number 4 of Q1. Alright, here we go then. As we see then, so the final heat starts right now. As we see then, obviously there's not going to be that many changes here right at the start, but as we see now, Flix already trying to apply some of that pressure here to Charge GT. Then we got F1 Fan now tried to overtake there for second place, and that was a very close call there. As we see now, Flix applying some of that pressure to Charge GT. Not able to do any overtakes right now, as we see, but GT having to maybe go defensive there. Look at him. But now he goes back to the racing line. But as we see now, Banner now making the move on call. He takes P4 then. And once again, the race time to beat. Flix now just getting squeezed into the grass there. But as I was saying, the race time to beat is still the one from Nandi. It's 2 minutes 12 seconds. So that's going to be interesting to see whether they can do it or not. And it did seem like that heat number 3 was a very fast one, as a lot of the drivers did qualify pretty well. But yeah, but as you still see here, RCT is still leading the way. Here you got Flix and F1 Fan here just trying to maybe do an overtake. Is now call and managed to overtake Banner once again. A nice move there, but yeah, F1 Fan really applies some pressure to the one-time drivers. We see now, Banner tried to go up the inside here. Here we go. I think in turn 1 he's going to be able to make the move. Scholar there tried to pass him back, but he got squeezed instead. In the meantime, Flix managed to keep his P2, but now he's going to be going after JT then on the final lap. Can JT still hold on to the lead here, or can Flix pass him? As we all know now, the hairpin that is coming is a good overtaking spot. As we see right now, can Flix go up the inside, as I was saying? And there we go then, Flix once again takes the lead. And it was on that exact same spot as we see. That's a very good corner for overtaking, it seems. But here we go then. Flix, he's not going to be in first place in this Q1 session. But yes, still a very good time from him. So let's then see how things went for this qualifying from this Q1 session, and see who ended up where. So as you can see right here, this is why we were comparing the race times. As we see then, Hernandi will be then the overall winner with a time of 2:12.47. Then it is Flix in second place. Then you got Matimar and Kader, who surprisingly managed to win in their respective heats. Then in third and P4. Then you got then Fatnik P5, followed in by Chargeti and Figueroa. So yeah, so this is how things will be then for the second qualifying round. Is that we're gonna be putting the top 5 in the semi-heat, then from P6 to P10 they're gonna be on their heat as well, then P11 to P15, and then from P16 to P20, and that's where we're gonna start. We're gonna start from the slower drivers, then we're gonna go up until the fastest driver. Then so that's it. And so let's get ourselves then into the second qualifying round. So as we see then in the first heat now for Q2, we see then it's going to be then the drivers who finish in the bottom 5 from the previous qualifying round. So it is then Albono starting at the front with then Skibidi, then you got Mason followed by Kola, and then Serge then starting at the back. So let's get ourselves then into this first heat. Alright then, here we go. Let's see how will things go. And here we go then, the lights are out. We got Kola with a very good start here, but Mason, yeah, going to fancy there, is not gonna let him pass. Now we see Serge with some good momentum trying to pass all of the drivers. We see they all bunched up behind Skibidi. Well, Albono has got a very good distance here, but he's already getting caught up again. And we see then Mason trying to find a way past potentially there. It's not possible. But we see then, yeah, all of this bunching up is not going to be good. But as we see then, Mason being very sneaky there. He's going to be taking second place. Now we see Serge trying to make a move on Kola. Can he do it? Yes, he can. So Kola was expected to be a little bit higher. Is right now we're in last place. As we see now, Mason having a very good start here. Very good first lap as he takes now the lead. And what's Skibidi then in third, followed by Serge, then Kola now trying to recover some positions there, but he's just not able to make the move there. Now we see Mason going defensive against Albono. That can obviously cost him some time here. We got then Albono now trying to take back that lead, but he gets squeezed instead. Now we see Serge trying to gain some positions. But yeah, as you can see, very close hit. As we see now Albono trying to go up the inside, did it work? Then Skibidi also having to defend against the Serge there. And as we see Skibidi up the inside, ooh, that almost worked pretty well. As we see now, ooh, maybe move on the final turn now. Albono still keeps second now. Skibidi is going to lose momentum there. And as you can see, Albono is very determined to just take back second place, or I mean first place. But now as we see Skibidi instead will make the move. It's a nice overtake there from Skibidi now, and goes through the outside, and then the inside he completes the overtake there. So Skibidi back into second place now, but it is Mason leading the way. We need to see how will the lap race times be. As we see now Skibidi up the inside, as we see Serge also taking third. Albono just falling off here with his teammate right behind. So it looks like it's going to be Skibidi then looking to take the win. Serge trying to pass Mason on the final straight, but he's not gonna get him in time. As you see, yeah, time of 2:15. Let's see how will that be against the others then later on. As you got then Mason second, Serge, then it's Albono and Kola. So as we see then, we got Pituco now on this second hit, starting at the front with then Gironi in second, then you got Pana, No Gamer, then Robert starting at the back. So let's get ourselves into this second race of Q2. Alright then, so Pituca will lead us the way. As we see then the lights go out. We got No Gamer already trying to maybe pass Pana as he gets a good start there, but is it enough? It is! So No Gamer already managed to get past Pana, who's now just slowing down the hover there as he lost a lot of momentum. As we see then now Gironi trying to get past No Gamer. As we see him, or I mean Pituco. No Gamer, ooh. We see now Gironi, there he goes through the outside. He takes the lead then of this second heat. Then we got Pen and Hover, they are on the race on their own, but more at the back as you see. And Hover now with the move, and yes, there he goes at a P2 P4. Meantime, No Gamer did not manage to overtake Pituco here, as it is then Gironi leading the way. As you see now, Doug Gamer looking very fast here. As we see, he goes up the inside, and again he makes the move the exact same way he got past Banner. He's now down into last place after starting in third. So yeah, we are definitely seeing a lot more overtakes on this second qualifying round. You see right now Robert trying to move there on B2, seems to be losing some pace here. And that doesn't exactly look good for him, as we see right now Banner trying to get past Robert again, as now Doug Gamer tries to take the lead. And yes, he can do it. So he's starting in P4, I believe, and now he's happy to the lead here. So amazing stuff here from Doug Gamers. Now Robert is up into third place. Bituko seems to be struggling here. He's got 10 Banner now, trying to pass him. Yes, he does it. I don't know what's happening with Bituko, but he's definitely having a lot of struggles here. As he went from pretty much the lead up down into last place. So yeah, this is a huge disaster from the Spaniard. Really hard to explain how can this happen, as we see now Doug Gamers just trying to hold on to the lead. Even though what they probably should want is to beat at least the drivers from the previous heat, as we see now Gironi then taking up the inside, and now he's managed to pass him back again. With now Bituko trying to fight back here on the final few turns. Looks like it's going to be Gironi winning in this heat. Yeah, they're definitely going to have better lap times, at least the top two, because the other three drivers, I don't think they can exactly say the same. So let's then see here. We got then Gironi in first in Doug Gamer, then you got Banner, Robert, then Bituko had a really bad heat, that must be said. So for the third heat, this is really a very interesting one. We got Charles GT and then Figo, two big dogs here who didn't manage to do all that well in the first qualifying round, now trying to do a lot better here in this second one. And then we see here F1 fan who's in the middle of this. He's definitely going to be feeling a lot of pressure considering the drivers that he has around him. Then we got Johnny Fu and then Corvid, so this should be a very exciting one. So let's get into it then. Alright, here we go then. Charles GT will be leading on his way. As you see then, he's a good start from him, but Figo seems like he may have done better, as Zissou is going to lose some momentum there. And we see then F1 fan not exactly having the best of starts here, batching up Johnny Fun Corvid with him. You see both of them will be trying to get past him as soon as possible, while the top two now just seem to be getting away here. And you see right now Johnny Fun having to defend against Corvid. So far we didn't got any overtakes. And we see here, Corvid now trying to get up the inside there. Johnny Fu is going to have to go defensive. And there he goes, that's a very good overtaking opportunity there. So going defensive is actually very crucial on that part of the track. As we see now Corvid maybe fencing his ways, or fencing his chances there now as he goes up the inside into turn 1. Can he do it? No! He ended up on the grass. Johnny Fu still keeps that P4s. Now they definitely lost a lot of time here as F1 fan just looks to be getting away. As did we see here Figo right now second place. Just getting just a little bit closer to Charles GT, as we see F1 fan just keeping up right now, doing a very good job. And that will really jump himself up into the front. If he can stay close enough to GT and Figo. As you can see now Figo tried to go around the outside, but that doesn't work well. Now he's under pressure from the full force drive. As we see now F1 fan takes second. So a bit of a disaster there for Figo. He's definitely not going to be happy with GT. Who is behind him will be Johnny Fu. Corvid losing a lot of pace. Now F1 fan just trying to pass GT here, which is quite weird. As we see now he goes up inside. He's not able to make the movement. Maybe he can do it now. This is the hairpin. Let's see who he ends up backing off. Didn't got that extra confidence that is needed, as we see now towards now the final turns. Which time is it going to be? GT here looking very fast. No boy, this was a very strong hit. So let's then see here. We got GT with the 2:13.37. That's definitely gonna be a very strong laps or race time. Same with Figo and Johnny Fu as well. And of course F1 fan will definitely gain a lot of places with this. So yeah. Alright then, so this is the final heat from qualifying 2. As we see then, we got both LSAs, Fernandi and Fatmi, who's going to be starting at the back. Fernandi will be starting at the front, and it is Flix here in second place. It could be very interesting here. But then you got Matimar and Kader, who are two big surprises from Q1. Let's see if they can keep it up here in this second qualifying round. Alright then, here we go, final heat of qualifying 2, and let's see here, we got then Hernandi then already going through the racing line. Flix trying to have a look at the insider, but not a good start from him as he goes into the grass now. We see Matimar already applying some pressure. Hernandi getting some good distance here. This could be very crucial as we got then Matimar still keeping third now. Fatmi just trying to get past the Colombian there, but he just cannot do it. Flix trying to defend that second place, but he's definitely been under pressure from the police driver so far. We see now Kader also trying to do something here. They're all very bunched up here. We see right now who Matimar could definitely take second right now, and he managed to do it. So Matimar keeping it up, that is for sure. Good performance so far. Now Fatmi goes around the outside of Kader. Really nice move there. Now he has Flix. He tries to switch up to the inside, but he gets squeezed there. So yeah, this could get very heated. As we see who Matimar also tried to make a move there on Hernandi. So yeah, things getting very interesting here in this final heat. We got right now Fatmi versus Flix here once again, but Matimar, as you can see right here, really doing an amazing job. As we got now then Fatmi up the inside there, now he takes revenge. He goes up there to third place, so Flix now losing 2 positions here. As you got now Matimar trying to take the lead, Nani has to go defensive there. Look at Fatmi, started in last now, he's up into third place, could maybe take second from Matimar. But he's losing some pace now. We got Flix, maybe to get the move be free again. Let's see here. He tries to find a way pass. As you see now, we are already on the final lap here. So this will be very crucial as we see Fatmi and Flix side by side. Can Flix complete the move? I think he can. So Flix back into third place. As he now tries to maybe get past Matimar. Hernandi is looking to win the heat at least. But let's see if he's going to be winning on the qualifying round. But I don't think so. But yes, still a very strong one. Just like the previous heats. But I don't think that Hernandi will be in P1 in this qualifying 2. So yeah, let's see then how the results went overall in this second qualifying round. Okay, so looking at the qualifying 2 results, we got then GT taking the win this time around with F1 Fan with a very good result there in second. Then Hernandi keeping it consistent with third place, same with Mati there in P4. The RMC having a representative in the top 5 this time around with Shiruni. Then we got Figured and Flix there P6 and P7, got followed then by Johnny Fu P8. Then Fatmi with a bit of a disappointing qualifying in P9. Then we got Toe Gamer just closing there in the top 10. Then standings wise after 2 qualifying rounds, it is then Hernandi now still staying at the top GT up into the second place with that qualifying win. Then we got Matimar then down into third. Skipping third to be honest. Then we got then Flix who lost, then now down into P4. Then F1 Fan with that amazing second qualifying. Then in P5, then we got Fatmi still there in P6 tied with Figo. We got both RMCs there with Johnny Fu in P10. You got here Corby No Gamer then who's just making it into the top 10. So yeah, remember to qualifying to the semi-finals. You simply have to be in the top 12. So yeah, Skibidi here pretty just 4 points behind. Same with Banner who's 6 points behind. Then Bituko got last place, falling down quite a lot of positions here down into P15. And we got Mason, Albono, Halbert, and Seth Paulos. Definitely not having a good event here so far. So let's see what can he do then in the next 2 qualifying rounds. Alright then, so heat number 1 of Q3, we got then Flix here starting at the front with Kader in second, and we got Toe Gamer with Mason and Kola. So yeah, as you may see here, this is based on the standings, and for every hit, the ones starting in the top 3, they are the ones who are currently in the top 12 in the standings, while the other 2 are outside of that top 12, and the lower they are, the lower they are in the standings. So yes, if Kola is not having exactly a good event, so he definitely needs to put himself up there. So this will be a very crucial hit for him. Also, Doug Gamer is currently the one in P12, so he definitely cannot mess up if he wants to continue in top 12. So let's see how good things go then in this first hit. So here we go then. And the third qualifying round starts now, as you see here then Flix with the decent start here. Doug Gamer though was a little bit slow off the gate, as we see then Mason and Kola already apply some pressure while the top two just seemingly getting away. We see here now Kola just trying to get past the FCR, applying a lot of pressure here, but not able to do much. As yeah, once again it's very difficult to overtake, but now he might have a chance. And there he goes, and Kola takes P4 then in this heat. That could be a very crucial overtake. Now he's gonna be going after Doug Gamer. And yeah, Flixus looks to be doing pretty well right now. As we get ourselves then into the second lap, Kola now try to go up the inside out of Doug Gamer. But that's gonna cost him a lot of time. So yeah, we see now Mason trying to benefit from this. But as we see, Kola still keeping his position, but at least for now. But yeah, Doug Gamer not exactly having the pace here. Well, now Kader seems to be getting closer to Flix. It's another battle to watch out. We see now Mason trying to make the move back on Kola, but he cannot do it. In the meantime, we see then Kader right behind Flix here. He could do it pretty well as he goes into the inside on the final turn, but couldn't make the move. But maybe in first turn he can do it. Ooh, but that was very close there. He got squeezed instead. Kola still keeping his position. So yeah, let's see then Flix still being able to keep first place in this heat. But we've seen Kader in this event so far. He can really surprise us, that is for sure. I don't think it exactly went all that well in the second qualifying round, but let's see now. As we see now Kader once again up the inside. Can he make the move? And as we see Flix with Kader, but Flix still stays ahead, but they slow down each other there. They both ended up on the grass there, but let's see then what's gonna be the race time. And it's gonna be some stronger race times there for the guys at the front, but in the end looks like Mason managed to overtake Kola, so yet another disastrous heat race for Kola here. And yeah, but the top three though, they did pretty well, at least some decent times. So yeah, that's it then for this first heat. So looking then at this second heat of this Q3, we got Matimars doing very impressively in this event now. We'll be starting in first, and Figueroa definitely needs to put himself up there. Will definitely be trying to win this heat here. With then Corvid in third place, followed then by Vituko, then Sedge. So let's get ourselves to this race. Alright, here we go. And the lights go out here. We see Figo with a good start off the gate here, but just not enough to get past Matimar, where he's already applying some of that pressure here. He's got Corvid still third, Vituko P4, then Sedge there in last place. As we see then Matimar going defensive there. And we see Figo just trying to go for an overtake here. Can he do it? No. In the meantime, we see Vituko trying to defend that P4, Sedge trying to overtake him. For that same P4 here, we got Corvid still in third place, not much happening. But now we got then Figo with the possibility of passing Mati, but no, he's not gonna do it. He also got Sedge trying to pass Vituko on that hairpin. But now we see it is Figo and the pressure there from Corvid, but now he's going to be trying to pass Matimar for first place, and there he goes in. Figo takes the lead of the heat. Now Corvid will try to make the move as well, and he's done it. So Matimar losing 2 positions. This is a bit of a disaster now in this third qualifying round then. We see now, Vituko is trying to go up the inside as well, causing further damage there. But it is then Figueroa then leading the way now. Sedge trying to overtake Vituko here. And now there he goes. Can he make the move or complete it? I think he can around the outside. So Sedge gets himself up to P4. It's not been a good race for the Ricard Autos. We see Matimar trying to overtake Corvid, but instead he lost momentum. And now it's under pressure there from Sedge. But I think he's gonna be keeping the position with C. Figueroa just running away to the distance. And yeah, their overtake on Matimar was very crucial. Because now he can just set the pace, put himself up there and maybe fight for this qualifying round win. Because he needs to score points in order to put himself in a better position for the semi-finals. And yet then we see here Bitukel just trying to overtake Sedge once again. Look at Figo, I think he might be on for a very good race time here. Let's see then. As he's about to finish, let's see what time is it going to be. Ooh, a 2:12, that's an amazing race time. He's definitely going to be fighting for the win here in these qualifying rounds. Then we see here Corby 2 seconds behind, but that's still a very good time for him. Same even for Matimar, maybe not as good as it's been so far, but still good enough. As then we see here Sedge and Bituko then in the last 2 positions. So looking in at the third here, this seems to be a very interesting one. We got then Chargity, who's currently in second in the standings and starting in front, and we got Fatmi that will be wanting to climb up a few positions with then Johnny Fu here in third. So in SCP versus Fatmi battle, this could get very heated. Then we got Banner and Hover there at the back. So yeah, let's see how will things go here in this third hit. Alright, here we go then. Chargity will then be leading the way on this third hit. As you can see, it's always a very short run. You see Hover trying to overtake Banner. As we see Johnny Fu with a very slow start, though Fatmi is giving pressure here to GT. So let's see then GT having to go defensive again. As we see now Banner just trying to keep that position, but Hover though could be making a move around the outside, but no, Banner managed to defend that one well. And now we see here Fatmi once again just trying another move on GT. But now he's going to be under pressure from Johnny Fu here. So yeah, Fatmi definitely needs to be careful as we see Johnny Fu up the inside. But not able to make the overtake there. Now he's going to be setting his eyes on GT there. Oh my god, that was so close. Now as we see here, Fatmi going very slowly. Johnny Fu around the outside, can he make the move? Yes he can, so it's a 1-2 for SCP here. But no boy, Fatmi lost a lot of momentum. Banner was now trying to pass him here. So now things are definitely not going well for Fatmi. I don't think he's exactly going to be in danger of not passing, but as we see now, Banner could make an overtake on him. Look at this. Oh, there he goes. Banner's gone up to third place. Fatmi really must be feeling frustrated right now. Because this has been a disaster. He was trying to fight for first at the beginning, but now he's down in P4. And Hubbard is not that far away. Maybe he's going to try to have a go as well. Maybe he's having some sort of issue here with the car. Because yeah, this is definitely... We're not definitely expecting this, but as we see, this is amazing for Banner. He's trying to obviously gain positions in order to find himself in the semi-finals, battling the likes of Skibidi, his own teammate, as well as No Gamer. So yeah, so this will be a very crucial hit for him, as now we find ourselves on the final lap. Let's see if GT can beat Figueroa's time. It's a 2:12.75. This was a very strong time, of course. We see now Fatmi trying to get past Banner once again, but just not able to. And let's see here, yeah, definitely not going to be beating Figo here, GT. And yeah, so very interesting hit here. Definitely not great for Fatmi. He's going to be maybe losing some positions, but I believe he should stay in the top 12 still. But yeah, so that's it then for this third hit. Alright then, so for the final heat here in the qualifying 3, we got then Hernandi, who currently leads the way in the standings, starting in first, and F1 Fan is doing pretty well here in second, and we got Juruni there in third, followed in by Skibidi, who's fighting to be in the top 12, but currently is outside of it. And then we got Albono then starting P5, so let's get ourselves then into this final heat of qualifying 3. Alright, here we go then. As the lights now go out, and this is a good start here from F1 Fan. At least he had a look up the inside there. You see Gironi now just slowing down a little bit, but yeah, Nani just getting a good distance here. As we see everyone piling up behind the F1 Fan here, as you got Albono try to up the inside, but that didn't work well for him. So he's going to be losing some time now. We see Gironi try to up the inside the full force, but not good enough, as we see here. Skibidi. And here in P4, Gironi trying to maybe find a way past F1 Fan, who's definitely not having exactly a good start here. While Hernani just looks to get away here. This is very crucial for him in order to keep himself at the front. And you see now Gironi into the final turn. He managed to make a move there. And there he goes, Gironi up to second place. Now we might see F1 Fan maybe trying to get an answer here. Sure, he's forced to go defensive. We see Albano once again trying to overtake Skibidi, but not working. We see them, they're all behind Gironi, with Hernani getting a good distance here. We see F1 Fan trying to open inside, but there was no space for both of them. As we see here now, Skibidi maybe having a look here on the outside, but F1 Fan managed to defend that one well. Still, this is definitely not over. We got Skibidi now, maybe up inside on the final turn, just like Gironi. But no, maybe on the first turn though, we can do it. Ooh, there it goes. Skibidi gets past F1 Fan, who's now not doing all that well in his heater. I'm not sure if the others will have good race times as well. As we see now, Albano try to go up inside here. This is some nice side-by-side races, but F1 Fan ends up in last. Oh, a bit of a disaster here for F1 Fan. We also saw here Skibidi trying to overtake Gironi for that second place, while Hernandez just seems to have an easy time on this heat. We see now Skibidi up inside here. Can he take second? I think he can. This will be crucial, but we have to see how will the race times be. Hernandez has a good shot of maybe winning this one, as we see. Oh, maybe not, but should be second place, I think. As we see then Skibidi, Gironi, and then it's going to be Albano, and then F1 Fan. What happened to him? That was a bit of a disaster for him. And so yeah, that's it then for this final heat in qualifying round 3. So yeah, let's see how will things look like overall. So that's it here. As you can see the results from qualifying 3. Figueira ends up winning with a time of 2:12.75. Then Hernandi will be in second place, so continue to be consistent here. Then you got JT and Johnny Fuller third in P4, then Flix P5, then you got Kader still doing pretty well here with the P6 finish. And then we see some of these also the Mayhem Racing drivers doing pretty well here, both in top 10 this time around. Then we got Matimar now not doing as well as he did in the first 2 qualifying rounds, but still there in P12 and he should be safe to qualify for the semi-finals. Then we've had me here P14. That was a very disastrous round for him. Same for F1 Fan there in P17. Then as you see then in the standings after 3 qualifying rounds, it is then Hernandi leading the way still with now a 10 points gap to Jargeti. Then Figueira climbs up into third place, so this was a very crucial qualifying round for him. Then we see Flix still right behind Matimar, still in P5. And yeah, Kader is still up there. Ronnie Fu, F1 Fan also, even with that disaster, he's still up there in P8. And yeah, Fatmi here down in P10 right now, but he should be safe. I think the fights for the top 12 will be mostly between Toe Gamer and the Mayhems there, as yeah, they are very close to each other, and the main thing is that they're all going to be starting in the same heat, and that's going to be very interesting to watch, as yeah, now this final qualifying round, the heats will be then based on the standings right now, and now what's going to happen is that the top 5 will be racing in the same heat, then from P6 to P10 as well, P11 to P15 as well, and P16 to P20. Also, they're all going to be in the same heat, so this will be very, very exciting to watch. So, yeah, let's get ourselves ready to the final qualifying round. So, as you can see right here, we got 10 drivers who are currently in the bottom 5 in the standings with just this final qualifying round to go. And yeah, these drivers, they all have very few chances of getting themselves into the semi-finals, but they're still gonna try their best. As yeah, we see, for instance, Bituko, who actually got P11 in the first qualifying round, but then he was P19 and then P20. That really just bumped him down now to P17 or 16. No, let's see, 20, 19, 18, 17. So yeah, rest things are just not looking well for the Spaniard. Then he got Mason and Hubbard and Sedge as well would be hoping to do better. Same with Cole as well. Cole is it's really just not things just not went well for him. But let's see if he can get some sort of redemption here in this final heat. All right, here we go then. We got in Hubbard leading us the way here. We got Cole just trying to have a good start as we see Sedge trying to pass Mason. As you can see, they're always still very close to each other. Hubbard's just quite defensive here. As we see now, Sedge trying to find a way past Mason, but now he's going to be trying to pass Bituko instead. As we see here, Hubbard is trying to keep the lead, but Bituko will pass him around the outside. So we'll move there from the Spaniard. Now we see Hubbard and Mason holding by Sedge and Collar. Once again, just not looking all that well here. We see Mason trying to overtake his teammate, but he wasn't able. And then we see here Collar now maybe trying to find a way past on the final turn. I think he can do it. Can he do it here? Is he going to turn 1? Ooh, that was close, but now he does it. So Collar then up to P4. Sedge is going to lose a lot of time with this. Bituko though, he hasn't exactly managed to gain a distance to the FCRs after getting past Hubbard. As we see him already right behind him. And Sedge also catching Collar once again. As we see here the top 3, they're all very bunched up. Maybe they can do very decent race times, but let's see. There's still then one more lap to go after this. As we see here, ooh, Hubbard trying to pass Bituko, but now he's under pressure from his teammate here, Mason. Maybe having a look around the outside, but yeah, it was just not close enough. Cole is still keeping P4, but as we see now, Sedge will pass him back. And now we see Mason also trying to overtake Hubbard once again. You see the FCRs battling each other while still keeping it close to Bituko. And let's see if that's going to allow them to have some good race time. As we see here, Hubbard try to get up the inside there. Let's see here, but yeah, Bituko still keeping the lead. Let's see then, as we see now final straights, how will things go? They could have some decent times, and look at that, all in 2:14s, which is actually not bad, but Cole, I think he might end up in last place in the overall qualifying round. So yeah, that's it then for this first heat from this final qualifying round then. Alright then, so this will be a very interesting heat right here, because we got the drivers who are on the deadline and the ones who are just outside of that top 12. So yeah, especially here with the battle between Gamer and the Mayhems should be a very exciting one. So yeah, let's get ourselves in here in this second heat from the final qualifying round. Alright, here we go then. Harvey will then be leading the way. Let's see what can the Mayhems do against Gamer here. Is he gonna have to defend from Skibidi already there? So very interesting start. Skibidi really started very fast, but yeah, couldn't get the move done on Gamer. It's really hard. It's a very short run into turn 1. But as we see here then, Skibidi is gonna try again, but not able to make the move here. As we see here, yeah, Gamer is having to defend now that second place. Harvey not exactly getting away here. As we see Skibidi with a good chance. We see Ben up inside, but that's not good for them now. Gamer getting a good distance. Sort of got a little push there that gave him a little boost. But now we see here now Skibidi with a good chance now as he goes up the inside, and now he's done it. Skibidi then up to second place and now getting a good distance. This could be crucial. Skibidi put himself in a fight by winning his heat. I think he started like before. He did really well in the previous round. And now we see then Bennett putting Gamer under pressure here. Alvarno's just trying to do his best as well, as we see Skibidi up inside of Corfield. And now we see looks like Bennett's got past Gamer, so third place for him. Gotta be trying to get away as fast as he can, because they need to gain as many positions as they can compared to also the drivers from the other hits. That's another crucial thing, as you see now Skibidi up the inside of Corey, but Corey still managed to keep the lead. Now we see the likes of Ben and Gamer trying to catch them here. So yeah, this is getting very interesting. As you see that Corvette still leading the way just like he's been doing all the race long, but as you see here, Skibidi tries to go up inside, but that didn't work now. If Corvette can defend here, that could be great for him. There he goes. Skibidi was not close enough. Still, they try to get up inside now. I think Corvette should be able to keep the lead here, but will this be a good time though? As we see here, Corvette now with the 2:15. Ooh, not sure about that. Because the previous heat was faster, but a lot more balanced here. Look at that, the difference between first and last, just 1 second, .08. So yeah, let's see if they can, if this will be good enough for them or not. Alright then. So we got ourselves into the penultimate qualifying heat, as we see here. Then Kader starting at the front with Shanifu. Then you got F1 Fan, then Gironi. Then you got here Fatmi, who's probably not gonna like the idea that he has to start in last place here. That could put him, could potentially put him under danger here. So he's gonna have a lot of work to do. He's gonna have to make some overtakes, and yeah, this could be a very decisive heat in the end, as even though a lot of these drivers are in very comfortable positions to qualify into the semi-finals. But as we saw, the ones who were at the bottom five, they all did some pretty good race times with 2:14s and all of that. So yeah, that's this could be very interesting heats at the end of the day. So let's see then how will they do here. Right, here we go then. Got then the drivers from P6 to P10 in the standings. We got then Kader leading the way with Johnny Fu. We had a very good hit in the previous round. And we see him now just trying to overtake Kader there, but cannot do it now. We see everyone piling up behind Corvette, as we see Fatmi just trying to keep it close. And maybe hoping that the other drivers are fast, as we see him here. We're still in last place. We got F1 Fan maybe trying to overtake Johnny Fu here. Kader maybe not looking all that fast. And we see now Gironi looking to make a move on F1 Fan. As we see now Johnny Fu also trying to make a move on Kader. Now he does it. So Johnny Fu goes up into first place. Fatmi just trying to find a way past F1 Fan. But right now not able to do it. As we see, he's looking very fast now on this second lap. Let's see if he can put that into good use. As Johnny Fu just looks to get away, so he might be able to do well in this run. As we see now Fatmi with the move on F1 Fan now. That's a very crucial overtake. So he takes P4 now. Now he's going to have both R and C's here. Kader not exactly looking all that fast. As we see now Fatmi maybe around the outside. But Gironi instead will pass Kader. So Gironi then up into second place. He started in P4. As we see here now, F1 Fan maybe trying to pass Fatmi again, and he does it. So yeah, Fatmi is just not able to do well here. As we see him now, maybe a move around the outside of F1 Fan. That's a very smart move there from Fatmi, but Lefty, let's see if these race times will be good, because yeah, they're all quite far behind. Johnny Fu might do well though, but not sure about Fatmi. Oh boy, this could be very dangerous for him. He's going to think P10, but as you see now, he goes for the move on Kader. And that's a very crucial overtake then up into third place. But let's see now, this is the final lap. Shanifu could be doing very well. Look at him now. As we see, he gets a 2:12. Oh my god, that's an amazing lap time. As we see, yeah, Fatmi crucially with on the 2:14s. And so that's it then. That was a very interesting heat here. We got a lot of overtakes. So yeah, let's see then. We only have a single hit to go then in this qualifying round. Alright then, so this is the final hit of this qualifying round and overall qualifying parts, as we see that. So this is the hit where we have all of the big boys here. We got Hernani currently leading these standings with JT then in second place. I think these two could definitely be fighting for that lead, as yeah, Johnny Fu had a very good time. So let's see if they can actually beat him. We got a 2:12.92, and then we got both 1 times here, also doing pretty well. But yeah, just a little bit further behind. And then we got Matima, who's definitely been a huge surprise here now, still in P5 in the standings. So yeah, let's see how will this final qualifying hit go. Alright then, here we go. He's got then now Hernandi leading the way with GT, then in second place, then you got Figo and Flix here. So no changes so far. Matimar didn't exactly had a good start here. Now we see everyone just staying behind GT. Who Flix gets squeezed into the grass there by his teammate. Now there's any pressure there from Matimar. As we see here, Hernandi with the nice lead at the front. Then you got GT here, then Figo and Flix. They all obviously looking pretty fast as we see who. Flix tried to get some revenge there on his teammate there. As we see him once again just try to make the overtake, but he was just not close enough to make the pass. So right now seems like the bigger fight is between the 1x, with Matimar just being left behind here as we see once again. Flix is not able to overtake Figo. But yeah, right now what we see here, everyone else just seems to be very spaced out right now. And yeah, this could be great, especially for Hernandi, who should just keep and start on pole position in the semi-finals. And JT can also do the same, but as you see now, Figo goes up the inside out of nowhere. He's going to be taking second. Matimar is just here trying to keep up. And we see that now Figo going after Hernandi with just one lap to go as we see him going towards the inside now as we see this could be it, but no! He instead got squeezed by Hernandi. Hernandi just trying to keep this lead. We see Flix falling off behind. Matimar just keeping it close. But oh boy, look at this then. Will the race time be good or not? As you see here now, GT just trying to go up inside there, but just not really nicely done. But as you see here then, this is the final lap here, final straight, and will Hernandi have a good race time, and seems like he's not going to beat Johnny Fu. Johnny Fu will then take the win. And yeah, then we see Flix and Matimar might actually fall off here, as they were on the 2:15. So yeah, let's see then for the final hit. Let's see how this final qualifying round went overall. So this is how the final qualifying round went, with Johnny Fu then taking that win, with then Hernandi Fico in second and third, JT there in P4. Then we got there Gironi in P2, who did pretty well here. Then we got Fatmi there in P7, which was certainly crucial in order to at least be secure about finishing in the top 12 in the standings. And yeah, then we got both FCRs doing pretty well here, with Corvid P10. Then we got both Mayhem Races, who crucially beat Gamer here, but will they be able to pass him in the standings? That's what we're gonna find out next. As then you got Flix was already through in P14, then you got Albono, then Matimar also already through there in P16, same with Kader, F1 Fan, but then Serge and Kolle will definitely be out here. So let's just then have a look into the standings here. Here, as you can see, Hernandi was then the winner of this qualifying round, so he's going to be starting on pole position for the semi-finals. Same with GT, but on the second semi-final. Then you got here Figueres, Johnny Fu climbs himself up to P4 with that win. Flix then down to P5, Matimar in P6, but Geronito was very close to catch him, just 1 point behind. Fatmi climbs up into P8 as Kader and F1 Fan had some disastrous rounds here. And then you got Corvid in P11, and then here, this is it then. So Skibidi managed to overtake Gamer, but Banner though did not manage to do the same. So yeah, so Skibidi will go through, and yeah, Gamer though, by just a single point, will be out. Then you got Bituko, then P15, followed in by the FCRs. Then you got Albono, and then Sedge and Hollywood. Desti was very disappointing here. He's got P20 in the last 2 qualifying rounds, so yeah, really disaster for him once again. But yeah, so that's it then for the qualifying rounds. Let's then get ourselves then into the semi-finals, which is now straightforward. It's 2 heats of 6 drivers. The top 3 will then advance to the final. Then we're gonna have the final race with these 6 drivers who are then left in this competition. Alright then, so as we find ourselves then in the first semi-final, it is then Hernandi starting at the front, as he was the one who won in the qualifying stage. As we see then here, Figo and Felix the 2-1 times here, second and third, and got both RMC, Juruni and Kader, then Corby will be starting at the back, so here we go then, let's see who's gonna be finishing in the top 3 and qualify for the final then. Alright, here we go then, now the race will be 4 laps instead of just 3, and here we go, so Hernandi will be leading the way. We see Kader now trying to overtake his teammate, but he could not do it as we see Juruni with a bit of a mistake there. He's going to allow for the top 3 to get away here. We see then Hernandi is going to be trying to finish in first place so that he can start in first for the final. We see here Ulfrix trying to overtake Figo. Now we see the others starting to come back here. We see Juruni still keeping P4, but now we see Kader with the overtake. A nice exit there. So it's up to P4, now he's going to be trying to overtake Flix. No, actually trying to overtake Figo. So this is interesting, but let's see now. Kader, look at him, he's looking very fast now into turn 1, but he's not close enough there. As you see, Hernandi just looking pretty confident. And yeah, then we got here Figo just could have to be faster. I think this is just birching up him, Flix and Kader there. It's something that you need to be careful about, as we see here. Did Kader go for another move? No. So things are just staying as they are. But yeah, make difference. It's only that Kader overtook Juruni. Corey is really just nowhere to be seen right now. Not a good second lap for him. Now we see the young times getting away from the RMCs. As we see Juruni then just going off. We see Flix once again just trying another overtake on Figo. We see him there, but just not possible. Now Corby is starting to appear once again. And I think Flix had a very close call there, trying to take second. And then we see here Corby and Juruni. But yeah, Flix, this could be a good opportunity now. And I think he's gonna take it then. So Flix takes second place. This is gonna put Figo starting in P5 for the final now. But there's still one more lap to go. And we see now Kader. Look at him. Gonna be trying to catch Figo. But yeah, that will be a bit of an upset if he doesn't get to the final. Now we see Corby getting past Shuruni. Then he goes up into P5. And then he right now is just being dominant in this semi-final. With Flix now looking to take second. Figo, I believe, should be third. I don't think Kader is going to be close enough. They all have been spread out right now. And yeah, so this will be a nice race here from Hernandi. Be definitely very consistent in qualifying, and now he's going to be dominating the first semi-final. He's going to get himself there on the final race then. Starting on pole position there with Flix, and then Figo then being also in the final. So Kader, Corby and Juruni will be out. Alright then, so this is then the second semi-final. We got then both SCPs starting at the front with then Matimar. He's going to do his best to hold on for that third place, as we got then Fatmi is going to be trying to overtake him. Then we got F1 Fan starting there in P5 with then Skabidi, who's probably glad to come this far. Then start here in P6, so let's go then to the second semi-final. Alright, here we go then, so GT will be leading the way here. We got Fatmi already trying to overtake Matimar, but that didn't work. As we see now, Matimar now having a good start here, some momentum, trying to overtake Johnny Fu. As you see then, Johnny Fu just managing to hold on. This could be very useful for JT then to just keep this first place. But as we see now, Fatmi already back to try and pass the Polish driver again. We got also Skabidi trying to overtake F1 Fan. But as we see now, Fatmi goes up the inside, he makes the move. Johnny Fu also into the lead. And this is huge because if Johnny Fu wins this semi-final, he's going to be starting in second for the final race. So yeah, this could be very, very decisive, as we see here now. Matimar will be trying to get past Fatmi again. Because yeah, he did pretty well at the beginning of the qualifying, then he kind of fall off towards the end, but he still managed to finish in P6. in the qualifying standings. But definitely though, he had a bit of a disappointing event so far. But now, by passing Matimar, if they would finish this way, he would be able to then come into the final. But as we see, the gyros are quite spread out here. We got then Fudme just trying to find his way past GT, but he could not do it there. So good start here right now for GT. There's Harifu though, looking very impressive. Looks like he got stronger and stronger as this event went on. Managed to find himself in P4 in the qualifying standings. Because now we see here F1 Fan trying to get past Matimar. He goes up the inside but not able to do it. Now Skibidi trying to take advantage of this, but he could not do it. You see here F1 Fan once again. It's just helping Fatme to keep that third place. Yeah, Matimar definitely struggling just a little bit here. And then we see it is now JT then. Looking faster once again. As we see, we also got some battles at the back. But now there goes F1 Fan trying to overtake Matimar. Yes, he can do it. So F1 Fan in P4, not that it really matters. Because now you would have to catch Phantomy, who's quite far. Let's see here, there's JT trying to find a way past his teammate, but he cannot really do it. This could really play into the favor of Fernandi. As we see right here now, GT trying to pass Johnny Fu. Can he do it on the final lap? No, so Johnny Fu will be taking this second semi-final. Then GT second and did Fatme. He'll then be able to finish in third, so he's going to be starting last in the final race. And so yeah, it is then the two SCPs and Fatme qualifying, then F1 Fan, Matimar and Skibidi will be out there. Alright then, so this is it. Every single qualifying race or heat and every single semi-final, that all does not matter. I mean, it decided the grid here, but now this is it. It's all about this race. Who is going to take the win here? You got Fernandi, who's been flawless in this event so far, starting in first place. Then you got Johnny Fu, was a surprise in this semi-final, managed to beat his teammate, and he starts second. Then Flix, who managed to also overtake his teammates in the semi-final, will be starting third. Then JT has been a little bit inconsistent, will be starting in P4, followed then by Figo, who's going to be starting here in P5. He had to sort of recover in the qualifying rounds, and then here he ended up losing one position, and then he got Fatme as well. Not exactly the most impressive of drivers, but let's see what can he do here in this final then. So here you go then, 6 drivers from 3 different teams here battling it out as he starts now then the final race. And got then Hanani the lead. Johnny Fu trying to pass on Andy here, as you see, going very fast. And then you got Flix with Figo and GT here. Who got this now? This is just looking very interesting. Can Hanani hold on, or will Johnny Fu take it? As we see now, Hanani having to go defensive there. Johnny Fu might be able to make the move there. As you can see, I think he can do it. Look, Hanani goes up the inside, so nice side-by-side racing here now. Flix keeping third, but now GT goes up the inside there it goes. Johnny Fu leads the way, Hanani second, and GT now taking third place. Hanani losing the lead here. As we see now, GT could be also taking second, and he takes it now. You see now the drivers at the back going side by side. Is now what's happening with Hanandi. Everything was going so well since the beginning, but now he's just fumbling it. In the meantime, GT tried to overtake Johnny Fu, but he cannot do it. Now we see Figo trying to overtake Hanandi the same way Johnny Fu did it, but it's not gonna work this time around. So very crazy, 1.5 laps so far. As we see right now, Figo then in P4, Felmy now in P5. So then he might not even finish on the podium. Now it's just half of the race to go. Figo just sort of slowed down there, I don't know why. Ooh, now we see his Flix. Maybe looking to make an overtake on Phantomy. Not totally sure. But yeah, look at Johnny Fu though. Once again in this, as longer this event goes, it just gets faster and faster, and I might end up winning the event. Which will be very impressive. Now we see Hernandi defending, can Figo go around the outside there, but no. That was a good attempt though. As we see then an SCP 1-2. So got GT then in second place. Now Figo can take third, no! Once again Hernandi the dice. As we got now Fatmi here. He's starting in last place. Can he take P4 though? As we see at the front though, GT catching Johnny Fu. This is gonna be a battle to the end. So let's see then. Johnny Fu versus GT. Can he get up the inside? Yes, he can. There goes GT. Takes the lead of the race now. Figo will take third. But at the end of the day, it is the championship leader then taking the win here in this event. Johnny Fu takes second for 1-2 for SCP. Then is Figo in third place. And that's it then. So GT in the end, he managed to take the win from Johnny Fu, who will take second place. And Figo will complete the podium. So Hernandez has been doing so well in this event. In the end, he's not even gonna be on the podium, which gotta be very, very frustrating. And Fatmi managed to at least take P5 with 10 flicks, finishing in P6. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this event, and we'll see you till the next time. Goodbye.